Right.
I guess
Would you
I
like
have
to
do
take
it.
us in, or should I?
I guess.
Okay.
No, actually, why don't you do it? That'd be a good opportunity. There's less pressure. Jackson's not here to judge you. I'm here to applaud and cheer on my big boy Kaya for doing the intro. I think that's a great idea. Go ahead.
That's true. That douchebag always does judge us.
Every time. Every fucking time.
Every single time.
So fucking
Negging
sick
us.
of it. Oh, go ahead,
Negging
Kaya.
us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, who crowned you the king of intros?
What a dipshit getting married so he can't make this episode of the show. Fuck that guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
hello, everyone. Welcome to this
congratulations to Jackson, though.
Oh, yes. We made sure to
To
record
let
this
everybody in on
episode.
the secret.
Made sure to record it as he is getting married, literally right now at this very moment, so people would tune on to this instead of his wedding.
Well, he did say he got married yesterday, but
Yeah, he
he's in
did.
Australia, Tom, so I don't know if that means like tomorrow or 2 days ago or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
We don't know. He's married sometime, so congratulations,
Yeah.
Jackson, in all seriousness.
Everyone out there, give him a hearty congrats. For reals.
Yes.
For realsies. Yes.
He couldn't be here today, but he's here in spirit with us as always, negging our intro. So congratulations, Jackson, enjoying the married life. I wish I could have made it. Unfortunately, some circumstances out of my hand couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But one day. I would
Yeah.
like to see Australia.
He and I have talked an Australia trip. I also had, unfortunately, a lot of things where I just could not spare fucking figuring out. It's a 14-hour flight, man. There and back. And there's just, I had unfortunate shit going on. But he and I have been talking. I do want to plan a big official boys get together in Australia. I want him to take us to the Inner Sanctum and the Condom Hut and all the fun places we've talked about over the years.
Hot.
Whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We should. Yeah, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
When circumstances align better. So welcome to the official podcast. It's your usual hosts. Here's Andrew, Hugbees, also known as. And I am Kaya. Orson. I'm also here. Jackson is not here, as said. He is currently, hopefully, enjoying a honeymoon.
We can dispel the rumors, by the way. Jackson knew of our circumstances before we could go. It's very unfortunate. Things came up. But we've been in talking with him and everything, and he's been keeping us in the loop, and we are planning our own little trip. But don't go crying for Jackson like, oh, we abandoned him. It's not true. I don't think we can talk about much on the air of what has been going on in the background. So we'll just leave it at that. But Jackson's aware. It's not like we just ditched him. So don't worry about that, folks.
No, Jackson knows very well we have good excuses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really his fault. Should have planned his wedding more around our lives.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, I'm happy he's getting married, though. About fucking time.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, what do we have on the docket today, Andrew? So, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what you brought. I brought you...
I brought 3 topics, actually, because I knew Jackson wasn't here, so I was prepared.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
I also prepared something for you, just for you. Today, I brought a lolcow show and tell.
Okay.
For you. I have a lot of screenshots that we're going to be having fun going over. We can do that. Or you can lead with your topics. It's up to you.
Well, how about this? I'll name my 3 topics, and if you think that your guy is maybe notorious enough or has a good enough story that we should start with it, we'll do that instead. How's that?
I promise you right now, there's probably going to be exactly 0 people who've ever heard of him.
Ooh, but it's a mystery one. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I'll start with what I think is my best and most main show worthy one. Do you think that your guy is a better place to start over Chinese noise wars?
Maybe. It depends what the noise wars are.
So let's start with you, because I feel like when you have a person of interest, it can take a whole episode if it's really good, and then we'll go from there. How about that?
Sure. Okay. Well, you're gonna have to tune into my stream here on Discord.
Okay.
As will everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will. Let me just double check one last time to have. Okay. So I'm not fucking. Are you recording my mic too? By the way.
Yeah, I have the call backup record going as well. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. What a professional. Who the fuck needs Jackson?
The longer this episode goes on, the more I think he shouldn't come back. It's just crazy.
The more optional he feels, doesn't he?
He's going to listen to this episode and cry. He's going to tear up on his honeymoon. He's checking in on his honeymoon right now, abandoning sex with his new wife, and he's like, those guys, those motherfuckers. I can't believe them.
Just like, and hey, everybody knows the drill. You have to go into the comments and say this was the best episode in a long time. Finally, you guys dropped that anchor.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Andrew, have you ever heard of a lolcow called, this is not my guy, but I'm going to lead into him. Have you ever heard of a lolcow called Patrick Tomlinson?
Does he have an internet handle?
Yes, it is Stealthy Geek.
Stealthy Geek.
Yes.
So immediate, like, off the cuff reaction, nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably say I have not. No.
He's a semi-minor lolcow, but he's my all-time favorite lolcow. He's exactly the kind of person that you mentioned last week, I think, who gets into internet slap fights all fucking day. Okay, all day. He is on Twitter. And if you look up to an hour ago, the quote, "Enjoy prison." He replies to all of his trolls all day with "Enjoy prison." You died doing this. Enjoy prison. No, stalker, I didn't. As the reporter continues to obsessively lie about states clearly. Enjoy prison. Enjoy prison where your life comes to an end. These are your delusions again. You died doing the stalker. Enjoy prison.
Oh my God.
You died doing the stalker. Enjoy prison. You died doing the stalker. Enjoy prison. So stalker, you died doing this. Enjoy prison.
For audio listeners, this is like dozens of tweets in the same hour window. Oh my God, this is like 50 tweets with this in the same hour window often. Holy
Andrew,
shit.
He has 268,000 posts.
Oh my God.
I think at his height, people run the numbers on this. At his height, he has one time tweeted like 500 times within a day. And here's the thing.
Oh my Lord.
This is not a copy paste because he makes typos too. Okay. So he hand types these. I actually turned on notifications for him on my phone because it is amusing to like get notification, like Twitter notifications. But it was so incessant I had to turn them off because I'm pretty sure it was draining my batteries.
Jesus Christ.
All day. You can keep scrolling all day.
And I want to point out also for audio listeners, very important, his profile picture, is that a picture of him?
Yes, that is him pointing at his temple. He's a sci-fi author. He used to be a sci-fi author.
Oh no, he's doing the like classic nerd, like dad nerd bullshit where they want to seem smart. He's got a black and white photo of himself in a full black background where he's pointing at his temple like, "I'm a thinker. I am the smart one here. You have lost the debate before we began." Oh my Lord. This is a cartoon. This is a caricature, isn't it?
He is a very real person. He's been in the news numerous times because he's also America's most swatted man. He's been swatted 57 times, for which he won.
57?
Well, some of them weren't literally like swattings as much as like wellness checks, but still, he won a settlement with the city of Milwaukee to the tune of $575,000 just a month ago.
Holy shit.
Anyway, today, we're not going to go over him. Instead, we're going to go over a much more pathetic individual, a Patrick Tomlinson orbiter.
Oh my God.
Named Shane Nokes. And no, that is not a Star Wars name that I just made up on the spot. That is his government name, is Shane Nokes. Now, Andrew, you're old enough, I think, to remember the good old-fashioned Xbox lobby internet tough guy badasses, aren't you?
The dudes who would leave a voice memo on your account with them like playing guitar and being like, "Yeah, pussy, at least I could do that. Fuck you," those kind of guys.
The kind of guys who would unironically type the, "What the fuck did you just say about me, you little bitch? I'll have you know. I have over 300 confirmed kills." Like
slurs, the big F and N slurs for days in every sentence that comes out of their mouth.
This guy. This guy just likes pretending that he's an Uber hacker, all right? So Shane Nokes is an internet personality who came to the attention of various troll forums because he was in the comment section of Patrick Tomlinson defending him. Now, you have to keep in mind, Tomlinson, the guy I just showed you, has this comment section locked down. All he does on Twitter all day, every day is reply to trolls. As seen here, for instance, people clowning on him and saying, "Enjoy prison." People noticed, there was a man named Shane Nokes in his replies backing him up. And oddly, he started threatening people with taking out the trash. So here's some choice quotes that people have found on him. "I helped take out the trash. There's an entire group of them dancing to my tune. They're over. They never realize that the call is coming from inside the house until it's too late." Who is Shane Nokes? You may wonder. So let's look at some screenshots here.
So that last one, is he the fucking classic horror ghost from that horror story you tell elementary school kids? Like, is he planning to break into their house to flame them on Twitter just so he can kill them after? Like, what does he even mean?
You made my radar. Welcome to your nightmare. These are real quotes. I will show you the source of all of these.
These are the real embodiment of that "say that to my ass offline and see what happens" type people.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that era.
Yawns, just more fuel for the fire that's going to consume you.
That's my favorite death metal lyric.
Enjoy the decades behind bars. I'm done with you now, and this is the last you'll from me until I laugh at your sentencing.
That's like what the Joker would say to Batman when he fucking throws him into a vat of acid. I'm done with you now. I'm going to laugh as you fall into a vat of acid. Like, this is a cartoon character. These people are not real humans. This is cartoonish.
So Shane Nokes likes to go on Twitter and start these shit fights with the random pedestrians about boring political shit, right? So, for instance, the preamble here is Elon Musk tweets something and uses the quote friends, like FRENS instead of friends, like spelled correctly. And I don't know if you remember, like 2 years ago, there was a conspiracy theory that this is some sort of a white supremacist dog whistle. So Shane Nokes, our man, who goes by @Norath says, "This is Elon dog whistling. Friend is short for far-right ethno-nationalist. The people who use it pretend it's just a cutesy way of saying friend when it's anything but. He's not even being super subtle with what he's saying anymore. They're saying the quiet part out loud." And then he gets asked, "Are you sure about this? It sounds like just a silly way to say friend and whatnot.
Yeah.
Chill out." And he says, "No, I've been tracking the friend movement, the far-right ethno-nationalist movement, for over half a decade. Maybe you just don't know what the fuck you're getting yourself into." Now you might be thinking,
well, what are we
tracking them?
What are we getting into here? Because he clearly sees a world beyond our purview, you know?
Yeah, what do you mean tracking? Like you've been on top of this like criminal network of friends? So, unfortunately for you, I'm as real as it gets. Finding and putting away people like you was my career for almost 20 years. Now it's my retirement hobby. Once I enter the picture and make recommendations to law enforcement, they listen. There is no reprieve. You're fucked.
So I need you all out there to understand, I am in such good graces with the cops of this land that if I tell them to throw you in the shackles of jail, they'll do it with no charges and no judicial process because I told them to, because that's me.
I am judge, jury, and executioner.
I am judge, jury, and executioner. When I get a hold of a Unix command line, your entire life is forfeit.
He's like a Renaissance character. Like, I would see him at the Renaissance fair fighting the king.
Except you're at the Ren fair, but instead of somebody play acting as the executioner or a jester, he is a fucking Microsoft employee, and he loves rubbing it in everyone's faces. So here are the three photos that he will always, for a million times, tweet in people's faces. So number one is his Microsoft health insurance card. So Shane Nokes, real name, and this is not doxing. We can put this on YouTube. There's no identifiable, like, this is censored by him.
He's also posting this himself. So
yes, he's posting
Twitter.
This himself on social media.
Yeah,
his Microsoft employee card and an Xbox 360 game case signed by the developers of Halo 3. I think, I don't know.
Looks like 3 or ODST, one of the two.
More evidence that he did in fact work at Microsoft is the door with his name on it, Shane Nokes, his government name. And of course, his membership to Microsoft Alumni Network membership. Whatever the fuck that is, or whatever. I don't know what perks one gets from this, but he loves rubbing it in people's faces that he's a Microsoft alumni, damn it. So,
what happened to you, buddy? Like, you used to work at one of the biggest software companies on the planet with your name on a fucking office door, and now you're using those credentials to win internet arguments. What happened, man?
Okay, so here's more political yapping from Chief Buttigieg or his husband or something. They start arguing, blah, 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 politics. Shane goes, and he works hard about, I don't know, MAGA people or something. Shane goes, at being complete sacks of shit and nothing else. Stacy says, you need to get out of the basement more. Shane. Oh, fucking original. You're only the 50th maggot to say that in the last 24 hours. Yet I moved out from home at 16 and retired from both government and Microsoft before 40. I suggest shutting the fuck up before I decide you need to be on my radar.
This guy's 40? How old is he? Do we have a confirmed age? He's older. Yeah.
I mean, I forget. I think he's like 45 or something. 40s, definitely.
If this was like a child prodigy who they picked up to work at Microsoft who was in like his 20s, I'd get it. But like, fuck. But I mean, like current day, like 20-year-old shit posting. But come on, man.
Keep that in mind. Child prodigy. I'll remind you of that in a bit. So again, I suggest you shut the fuck up before I decide you need to be on my radar. And as this scary credentials, he posts his Xbox video game again. Science. Because, the scariest motherfuckers, man. You know, this is how John Wick intimidates the other assassins, Andrew. He sends them photos of his PlayStation.
Well, no, I remember the very first movie. You remember in John Wick 1, they bust into his house, they knock him out with a bat, they kill his dog. Do you remember he takes that pickaxe and starts unveiling his arsenal? I remember that pivotal scene. He lifts the floorboards up, and it's his Microsoft employee ID card, his alumni card, his signed copy of ODST, and he looks at the camera and he's like, I was a child prodigy who worked at Microsoft at 16. It was the scariest shit I ever heard in the movie theater.
I know. John fucking Wick.
He worked for fucking Microsoft, and you killed his dog. Anyway.
So, again, somebody takes screenshots of his post where he's like, white people are the most protected group and the biggest fucking victim complex abusers on the planet. Don't play that you agree with me card. Don't play that you agree with me card and then use it to espouse racist rhetoric. So you're a racist white sack of shit using the picture of a black man because you blah, blah, blah politics. So he gets called out. And Shane, this guy says, so he threatens, the tweet is removed, but he threatens something along the lines of, I know who you are, I'll find you. I'll come find you, like John Wick. And the person says, oh yeah, well, who am I? Shane, a fash fuck lying about their location and entire identity in their profile, who's about to have a very bad afternoon. He uses that koi emoji. I don't know what you would call that
like
emoji.
Smug face. Like smug face.
Yeah. Looking to the side, smug. Yeah. Toodles.
So it's really funny. His entire plan to find out who they were was to just look at their profile info, and then he went, "Oh shucks, they lied about it. What am I to do now?"
And this, you're gonna see this a lot in this character, is this bluffing that I know where you live. I'm not gonna tell you, but I know. So the other person says, reported kissy face, and Shane says, feel free. The folks at Twitter know who I am. I'm not concerned in the slightest. I help take out the trash. And again, it's Microsoft Office store, which is supposed to convey, I don't know, like the threats. I am a badass. You must fear me.
How many followers does this guy have? Like, how big is his account?
Oh, this was not big, and this is now deleted. He has to kind of keep jumping between accounts. So I'll tell you this. So first of all, thank you to the ONA forums, which, Andrew, you probably don't know what that is, but do you remember the radio hosts, Opie and Anthony?
I do. Yeah, we made fun of them on this show like a decade ago.
There's a lot of lore that ties into them where they had a subreddit. Patrick Tomlinson, the guy I told you about at the beginning, the author, got their subreddit banned. They have since made their own forum that is entirely dedicated to trolling Patrick. An entire forum. Website, ornaforums.st. He sued them and lost and had to pay them $80,000, by the way, out of pocket. Or rather, his wife had to pay them because he's unemployed. But point remains, this forum has dedicated itself to trolling Shane Nokes and Patrick, and so he periodically loses his Twitter account or goes dark or private, so this Norath Reaver account is no longer functional. I'll get to it. So anyway, for the content, first of all, credit goes to the ONA forum, so to the Opie and Anthony trolls and the Kiwi Farms. This guy's thread is like 300 pages on the Kiwi Farms alone. I got some notes up until 100 pages, which should suffice for a little bit today. I'll continue with them if you're intrigued with this character today, okay? We can have a part 2. So for now, let's continue. Here's more. Blah, 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 politics, yapping, nobody cares. So Shane Nokes replies to them, accusing them of being Russian agents this time. Andrew says, oops, you gave away that you're a foreign agent here. And Elizabeth bunch of numbers. Says,
as
I'm
he's
a foreign
typing that,
agent.
though, his hands are shaking, willing to pull out that screenshot of his Microsoft credentials. He's like, come on. Ask me where I used to work. Ask me how I moved out of home at age 16. Come on, you son of a bitch. Come on, I'm Shane Nokes.
I guarantee you he has them on his desktop.
Yeah, honestly.
There.
Absolutely.
And Elizabeth jokingly replies, I'm a foreign agent that was born and raised in Kentucky. Shane says, you said your country, not our country. And some of the phrasing you use aren't accurate Americanisms. They're what's used by foreign agents. I'm a retired cybersecurity expert. You're not as secure as you think. Elizabeth clowns on him, says, so you're a cybersecurity on Call of Duty Xbox guy? Laughs. You fucking libtards crack me up. You sit and make up wild stories to try to tell them for facts. Retired cybersecurity, I'm a foreign agent. So just two fucking nobodies just arguing with each other. Libtard maggot. Shane finishes it off. Call of Duty's Activision, not Microsoft yet. There's only one fraud here, and it's you.
Mic drop.
Now, I suggest you shut the fuck up before I decide to actually focus my attention in your direction. You wouldn't like that.
This can't be real. It can't. He follows every trademark up with his fucking little Microsoft shit.
He does.
Oh my god.
Guess what? So he came to the attention of the O&A pests, as they lovingly call themselves.
I would hope that he comes to the attention of Microsoft and they're like, hey, Shane, you really got to stop. Like, quit it out. Cut it out, man.
Oh, we'll get to how deeply enmeshed he is in Microsoft. So,
this is a 100% true story. Now, all you out there listening are probably not going to believe this, but it is completely and utterly true. I have friends, and we went to get pizza recently, and the waiter told us, hey guys, we can do as many credit cards as you want, but we have to do just one bill. It's how our cashier billing system works, whatever it is. But we have to keep everything on one check, but I can take and split as many credit cards as you want. And I said to everyone, all right, we can put it on my card if you guys want to pay me back. And they asked how. And I said, Cash App. Just use my Cash App. That's a real true story. Want to hear another true story? Scams are on the rise everywhere and are the worst thing imaginable ever. I have gotten God knows how many voicemails using AI voices now to try to convince me they're from legitimate companies or services I used to use or this or that. I've even been getting them from a state I don't live in anymore, from billing companies for like electric or other services that I would not be paying for because I haven't lived there in years. And they are getting crazy sophisticated, crazy good, some of them downright convincing. That's why you should use Cash App to keep your money safe. Keeping your money safe from fraud deserves to be priority, and Cash App treats it that way. With security lock, Cash App requires a successful Face ID or biometric authentication to access your account. It's like your money is protected by your own personal bodyguard, even if your phone is lost or stolen. Plus, if you're about to send money to someone new and Cash App notices something looks a bit off or that you might be falling for a scam, it will send you a warning before the money is sent to confirm that everything looks right. Turn on Security Lock in your Cash App settings today and pay attention to scam warnings to keep your money safe from fraud. Learn more at cash.app/security. And new Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code SECURE10 in their profile at sign-up and then send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. That's $10 if you use code SECURE10 in your profile at sign-up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Check out Cash App.
Let me read this first. So, because you said
tell the
prodigy,
story your way. Yeah.
So, because you mentioned the child prodigy thing, people found his Reddit account, of course, because of course he has a Reddit account. He argues with people about whatever. It's somebody claimed to be the originator of a meme, whatever. He ends up in the comments section here, Norath Reaver. He says, next up, as he's arguing with another Redditor, having a back and forth. Okay, so this is his arrest.
What are they originally arguing over? What's the context of the original argument?
I don't know.
Is it
the
even
other dumb
important?
fuck is clever reply. It's just, no, it's not really. Like, the context is just Redditors arguing. I'm an autodidact that's been able to read since the age of 2, programmed my first game at 4, and officially tested at college level for math and reading comprehension at 9. I left high school early to take a government job, all before nearly 20 years with Microsoft. I'm retired just before 40. If I'm stupid, you must be the dumbest fuck ever born, comparatively speaking. Kudos on winning that, at least. And the other Redditor calls him out and says, blah, 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 you worked on Halo. I doubt it. Shane replies, next up, I was born in 1981. Programmed my first game, a rudimentary flight sim on my Commodore 64, in 1985. So at 4 years of age, Andrew, he was programming flight simulators.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
Yeah, as child prodigies.
Everyone does. Everyone does that at 4.
Yeah.
It's like you learn to walk, you learn to talk, you learn to program a flight sim. It's like the 3 stages of growth.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I actually left high school in 1999, yes, at 18, to go work for the Department of Labor and Industries and designed an entire new digital documents retention system for the agency within 3 months. During that time, I had already been consulting with Microsoft. From 1999 to 2016, I was at Microsoft either as a consultant, contractor, or actual blue badge full-time employee. The last 2 years I was there, I moved from corporate to Microsoft Store to try to help them build out their in-store help tech desk. Then they brought in a bunch of Best Buy morons who I knew were going to run it into the ground, so I left before they could. And don't worry about me having doxed myself. I was doxed long ago, and none of the data other than my name that's out there is current. So child prodigy we have on our hands here, very badass.
Well, he retired at 40. Before 40, excuse me, to live out the fulfilling life of insulting random people on Twitter.
Yes.
All right. You do you, I guess.
And then, he's arguing. So people that call out, like, what the fuck are you talking about? He also claims to be a video game developer, active. Did you miss the part where I worked on both versions of Kinect? I also worked on Fable 2. So I have first-hand experience with P. Molly's habit of being creative with the facts. I don't know who that is.
Peter Molyneux, the creator of Fable and other video games.
Oh, okay. I spent nearly 20 years with Microsoft in various capacities and worked on every version of Windows. From XP, except 8.x, was the original Skunkworks team for xCloud, worked on Kinect, Fable 2, Xbox Enforcement. You're just trolling because it's the only way you can get off. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone, including Microsoft, engages in massive amounts of crunch. When I was married, I only saw my wife twice while working on Fable 2, and that was 15 years ago. So, turns out, Andrew, if you go to the Fable 2 credits on YouTube...
No way! The plot thing...
Shane Nokes is in the credits. If you go to the Fable 2 credits at the 5 minute and 50 seconds mark, there is a Shane Nokes, in parentheses, Vault. And yes, people did actually fucking stalk all of this. So, people were wondering, what the fuck is Vault? What is Vault?
What is Vault?
Look, point is, Vault is a company that you contract with, Vault Workforce Solutions, these guys. They provide gameplay testing, meaning if you're developing a game, if you're a AAA studio developing a game and you need like quick bodies to play test your game, you hire Vault. Shane was a game tester, Andrew. He did not develop the game. He played it. Which still, to his credit, he did make it into the credits.
But how could he possibly do that if he had a Microsoft insurance card and an office with his name on it? That proves everything he's ever said to be true.
Well, so... let's get to more of his brags. He brags that he helped take down...
No, Kaya, don't do this to me. You're taking down my knight in shining armor here.
He says, so he's yet another argument with another random Twitter troll. I forgot, by the way, at Stealthy Toilet is somebody impersonating Patrick Tomlinson's toilet, with whom he argues, in all earnesty. This is not a joke. I don't know if the account is still up. Stealthy Toilet. It is, yeah. Patrick S. Toiletson. So Patrick Tomlinson will periodically argue with his own toilet on Twitter. and have a genuine back and forth. Anyway, Shane Nokes says, I remember when Cosmo acted like this before he was busted. Look up Cosmo, the hacker god who fell to Earth by Matt Honan. It's not that long out of an article detailing one of the folks I went the easiest on because he was 15. You're not, so it'll be much worse. And another tweet.
Well, let's back up a bit. You're proud of bullying a child? All right.
Well, hold on. I'm not.
Okay,
I
okay.
literally helped take down Cosmo, the hacker god, back in the day. I've been around for a very long time in the industry. Some random on Twitter saying I'm wrong means considerably less than nothing to me. So in case you're wondering, who the fuck is Cosmo?
Mhm.
Cosmo the hacker god was this kid who basically was part of some hacker groups who did in fact cause some trouble for Cloudflare and other companies, causing some data breaches and leaking stuff onto the internet like customer records and such. Made the list of the FBI. Multiple news articles have been written about this Cosmo guy. And he did have he did get eventually arrested in 2012 or something. 2012. In no article ever anywhere is Shane Nokes mentioned. He seems to be kind of stolen valorying it, stealing the valor, taking credit for taking this guy down randomly.
Mhm.
Absolutely no evidence that he has done anything. And yet, on Twitter, he continues to claim, without any evidence, Andrew, that he has worked with the FBI, more so, the USAO. I don't know what that is. Usually chatted more with the folks in legal and corporate affairs at Microsoft. Lots of Secret Service coordination. I work with local, state, and federal agencies. This is federal as it crosses state lines. He's talking about swatting and getting his people in trouble.
Mhm.
His trolls, sorry. People found old forum posts of him. At the time, Andrew, he went by Morpheus Freak.
Morpheus Freak.
Yes. This is from 2002.
Morpheus Freak reporting for hacker duty.
Oh, it's like just like I'm in the Matrix.
So epic.
Where he apparently on this forum, would you believe it, Andrew? He made enemies somehow. This lovable fella. He made enemies, and they made a whole thread discussing, should we just ban this douchebag of our forums? So he decided, yes, I agree. Ban me and ban my IP. That's what I'm asking for. That way I can never be tempted to try and help anyone on this godforsaken shithole. Thanks to this forum, I did learn one thing. There are far too many idiots behind the keyboards of computers. I've decided to change my major to get me as far away from computers as I can. I was planning on finishing up and going to work with my cousin Andy working on the mainframes at NASA at Huntsville, but I don't have the patience.
2002 says he's changing his major, huh?
Correct, yes.
Oh.
So people tell him that you're a fucking clown, and he goes, yes, I really do not only think I am that smart, I really am that smart. It's not a doubt or a question. NASA doesn't hand out job offers or offer to pay for college as long as they pick the classes for idiots.
So this is the year 2002, and he was born in 1981. He would have been 21 years old, give or take, depending on birthdays and all that. So if he, as he said, started college early and, dropped out to work at Microsoft, why would he in 2002 be talking about changing his major as if he's a college student?
My favorite part of this is in the, it says Morpheus Freak banned. So in case anybody was at the edge of your seats here, he did eventually get banned because turns out he's an insufferable asshole. So hacker Morpheus Freak.
Yes.
People, Andrew, they scoured through public records of leaked data, which is completely legal, completely open, data breaches. They leak onto the internet and everybody can look up somebody's email address. If we have to censor this, that's fine. I just want to read his passwords for you, which do not constitute doxing. You'll see why. His password found in data breaches, one of them is, what is the Matrix? This is how you know he's a computer expert, Andrew. Password, Morpheus Freak. Same as his email handle.
That's same as his handle and his email. That's very safe. That's very computer literate. For a guy who programmed his own fucking game at age 4, that's a really computer literate and safe online thing to do. Yeah.
Would you like to read this one?
Ladies and gentlemen, the password is just the word hackers. Like, there's not even any numbers, change symbols, anything. Just the word hackers.
Next password, March 47532. So he finally threw in
an actual kind of password. That's like a genuine
kinda.
password. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Next one. What is the Matrix again? Hackers again.
Oh, no.
These are not double screenshots, by the way. These are different entries. What is the Matrix again? And then is this the same? March. Okay, so I guess I should have weeded out the duplicates there. My bad. But anyway, you get the idea. The super uber hacksaw, is going around claiming to everybody that he's just a mega giga hacker. Here's another one where he posts the Michael Jackson eating popcorn. I'm a retired Microsoft and government employee. My jobs were all about cybersecurity and social engineering. This is how you lose your social media accounts and start being tracked. So by all means, keep going. And replying to another troll, wrong person to pull this shit with, kid. You're 19. You even blink towards this direction and I will destroy your entire fucking life. God,
Good Lord.
Fucking cool.
Epic.
He's so fucking cool.
Epic.
Now he's a little wrinkle. People looked up his LinkedIn and realized, there is nothing here that says cybersecurity.
He claimed all this stuff and then had a public LinkedIn with his resume on it.
Yes.
Are you
He has a
fucking
public
stupid?
Facebook too. We're about to get to it. He's a retail product advisor, which, from what I understand, is fancy speak for help desk.
He sold stuff. He helped sell and fix things, is what that means. Yeah.
He was people found his actual job description. He was, in fact, the guy you call into for tech support. So he was tech support at Microsoft.
Dude, that actually fits really hard if he's in the tech support dungeon acting like this. That makes a lot of sense.
Yes, correct. Now, people found his Facebook, Andrew, and this is the point where the retired cybersecurity expert with ties to the Secret Service and the FBI, highly respected and renowned in the cybersecurity field.
All of that together, amounting in a man who spends his time deleting people off of Twitter, mind you, as his ultimate retiree goal. Yes.
Ultimate retiree goal. One of the most renowned and feared men in all of cybersecurity, except he kind of forgot that his Facebook profile was public, where he is begging for handouts because he is on welfare. Hello, everyone. Shane Nokes on Facebook. I just got the word that all of my paperwork for housing has been accepted to transfer and my lease ends here November 30th. That means it's time to start the next part of my moving process. Being on disability means I get a very limited fixed income, most of which goes straight out the normal bills like rent, power, internet, phone. I'm not allowed to save even 2 months worth of disability at a time to prepare for things like this move. Even being on disability and housing, I still have to pay out of pocket for applications, security deposits, storage units, and potentially short-term camping supplies, in case an apartment isn't even immediately available. So I'm asking friends and family to share this as widely as possible to everyone you think would be willing to help me save up as much as I safely can, with the limits set on this. That's why I'm also doing the rare thing of making this post fully public so I can be shared easily. You are, cybersecurity expert, renowned, and high up in Microsoft when you have to panhandle on Facebook.
He retired before 40, and I guess he thinks retiring means you're just jobless. You just don't have a job.
Technically, it is true. Nothing is stopping you from retiring without a retirement. Technically, you can just quit.
Don't need a retirement plan to retire. You can do it whenever you feel like.
You can in fact just stop working while you're dead broke.
What a twist. Man.
Yes. People found, so like I said, he worked in customer support and game testing, and he had not held a job since 2016 and went on disability during 2019-ish. And at this point, nobody knows what his disability is, by the way, right? He just kind of vaguely hints at it and starts talking about it on Twitter because, of course, trolls found that Facebook post and started rubbing his face in it. So he says, I retired in 2016. I didn't go on disability until 2019. I wasn't forced onto anything. The funny part is you thinking everyone that's worked for any large company or government entity is rich when they retire. Shows me I have nothing to worry about with you idiots.
Pause. Why did you retire then? Couldn't you have kept working if you
if you weren't forced onto anything. So the story gets kind of wishy-washy because he says in some parts, well, he was forced to leave because he saw the Best Buy guys coming in, the morons, so I decided to quit.
Right.
Okay, well, what happened to the job that NASA offered you? What happened to your connections high up in government or whatever? No, of course not. Everybody that works for the government or a big company is rich, but you do generally get set up for
if you have a
retirement.
If you have a hyper demigod intelligence allowing you to program video games at age 4 and work at all these government agencies, get hired at one of the biggest software companies in the world ever, and have your name attached to incredibly high-selling software projects, that doesn't mean that when you hit about 40 years old, you'll be anything. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but generally, you have at least a 401k, right?
Yeah, something. Yes.
Top 1% Microsoft engineers are not begging for like PayPal donations on their Facebooks. Every month, so this is a different handle, by the way, because the old one got banned or disabled. His handle now is Xbox Mountain Dew.
That's a good name.
Shane, yes. Every month before Medicare takes 16% out of my disability for the monthly premium before copays and deductibles. Yet they won't cover neurologist-ordered CH oxygen therapy. I don't know what CH means. Even after second opinion confirmed. How does that make sense? At POTUS, at Medicare Gov, at Surgeon General, at Patty Murray. So he's complaining on Twitter about his disabilities. Always a good idea when you're under siege from trolls, by the way, is
give them everything. There's a post, I forgot exactly what it was, but it makes the rounds on social media every now and then, where someone posts a sob story like that, and the reply is, it's like an image macro, and it says, like, I just posted something really embarrassing on the internet, and now everyone's laughing at me. How could they possibly do this? Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to remember. Yeah. It's some form of that, but it's like so many people divulge this type of shit when you don't have to. You don't have to tell anybody. You can keep it to yourself. It's crazy, I know.
It's like that meme where the soy jack holding that pamphlet that says, like, I'm a retarded loser. Here's all the things you should make fun of me for.
Yeah, so something like that. Yeah.
Here's another one where he's like, some chick named Melanie Mack says, rate my Hogwarts Legacy character name, and her character name is I'm a bigot. Get it? And he says, he's retweeting this saying, I rated, I'm a respected retired game industry alumni, and this kind of shit is gross. Bigotry is fucking gross. At G Fuel Energy and at Meta PCs might not want this kind of look representing them officially. I know I wouldn't. I'd drop you fast and hard.
All right, thank you, Shane.
It's not even that edgy of a name, by the way. I'm a bigot. Who cares?
And it could be a funny joke on all the J.K. Rowling shit from when the Hogwarts shit was going on. It doesn't have to necessarily be what you think it is. But this guy, I'm glad that he prefaced everything with, I'm a respected retired game industry alumni, to make sure that his voice in the fucking wind opinion on Twitter is more important than anyone else's, as you know.
So, Andrew, how high up at Microsoft do you figure Shane is?
Okay, according to what I want him to, what he puts out there is going to be far from reality. So what he sounds to like what he's saying is he's like a software team lead. Like that's kind of the vibe I get from what he's talking about. Oh, I led certain dev teams on Fable 2 or this or that or the Kinect or what the fuck ever. Definitely not. If we said that he worked in IT, I'm going to bet he was like a fucking fix monkey. So he was in the basement, and they would call him, and an employee would be like, "Hey, I can't get the email server to connect. Go fix it." Like an errand boy for the IT department is what I would put him at.
So, in Turkey, we have numerous proverbs that basically the idea is that when you're telling a lie, you should at least make the lie small and believable enough to be able to make people swallow the lie. It should always be a little small, a little. Just go easy on the lie if you have to lie. Don't do grandiose lies. Shane Nokes claims he knows Bill Gates by name, by his first name. So somebody said, Chuck Angel on a Reddit says, no, it's a liberal hoax so Bill Gates can get rich selling vaccines. Actually said to me by my old friend from Tennessee. So they're talking, this was back from the COVID era.
Yeah.
I think. Shane Nokes replies, I enjoy that when I point out that I used to work for and know Bill. Bill Gates. All of a sudden, somehow, I'm a member of the CCP out to murder them.
Smug smile. Now, you know what this guy really did, right? He was at the Microsoft office doing his job, and maybe one day he was like sitting in his little IT hut, and Bill maybe walked in, and he went, "Oh, hey guys, did you guys see Donna? Just tell her I'm looking for her. All right, I'll see you later." And that's like the most I could imagine him meeting Bill Gates. Maybe he walked in and they went, Bill, this is the newest people on the IT team. This is Mr. Shane. Oh, hey Shane, how's it going? All right, I got a place to be. That's like the most I'll give him.
Nope. I just worked at Microsoft for nearly 2 decades and know the man personally. I myself have raised millions for the American Red Cross, Amnesty International, Doctors Without Borders. I myself, by the way, he's not just like I was part of a charity drive where I handed out donuts or something. No, myself.
Yeah. No, I remember. He used to have those Twitch donation drives where he would go live on stream and go, "Hey guys, you might remember me. It's Big Norath Reaver, Shane. I worked on Fable 2 Anyway, we got 50,000 viewers in the chat. If you all donate $1 to Amnesty International, he used to do that like every Sunday. Remember, every week.
He's like J.K. Rowling. You know how she like gives away all of her so much of her wealth that she keeps herself out of the billionaires list because she just donates hundreds of millions. He's like that, except he gives even more. He gives so much money to charity, Andrew, that he has to live paycheck to paycheck.
He forgot himself.
He forgot. He's so selfless. He continues. I've helped thwart terrorist attacks and put pedophiles behind bars via my work at Microsoft. You're at best a victim of the Dunning-Kruger effect, unable to ever even understand how impaired your own mental processes are. Blocked.
You know how great of a platform Reddit is? This post has 7 upvotes.
I know. Well, since you brought that up. Andrew, turns out he has sock puppet accounts on Reddit.
Say it ain't so.
Oh, it is so. So here's the whatever. He's arguing with somebody here. Blah, blah, blah. It's not an optimal solution, but it's the truth. Blah, 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 blah. He argues with somebody about some Microsoft bullshit that is unrelated. Somebody replies to him, and then a sock puppet appears. Denny Prager-Platter says, "You do realize that guy is a retired Microsoft employee, right? He's likely pretty smart."
Yeah, he also talks just like I do and formats his sentences the same way, because I like him so much.
Well, that's just one little thing. By the way, excuse me. Detecting sock puppet accounts and detecting if 2 people are the same user behind accounts, it's called stylometry. You take how they word things, their vocabulary, their punctuation.
Right.
You have to use none of those things because you can just go by the content of the message. Here's Danny Prager-Platter, completely unrelated person, says, "I didn't go to college. I went to work for the government straight out of high school, literally days after finishing. I then spent nearly 20 years between consulting, contracting, and working directly for Microsoft. I'm retired, just shy of 40. I've also raised millions for charities, fought wildfires."
Oh, no, he's
kept the plan. "And helped to build camps for kids. He didn't just donate to the Red Cross, Andrew. He is the Red Cross.
He swam through the Yellowstone River with a knife in his teeth and built a log cabin, damn it."
You, on the other hand, behave and reason like a 10-year-old at the very best. So, exact same story. He can't even keep it apart. Have some shame.
He doesn't
have any shame. He reuses the exact same fucking backstory. And let me see what the screenshot is. I think the same. Oh, this completely unrelated person who's totally not a sock puppet also happens to have the exact same neuromuscular disorders that he has. So Denny Prager-Platter, totally not Shane, continues, "Funnily enough, I spent multiple years on the Xbox Live policy enforcement team." So he was a fucking Janny on Xbox Live. Tech support banning people, whatever. Disabling their accounts. So not the kid boasting that their dad could ban you, but an actual wielder of the ban hammer. As for you not caring, yes, morons often hate facts. It's ironic that you're here. I don't drive due to lifelong neuromuscular issues, and my penis is actually average sized.
You go get him, Shane. You got it, sweetheart. Keep it up, sport.
It's too good.
So what do we have for actual verifiable credentials? This man worked as a beta tester for Fable 2, may possibly have worked testing the Kinect, and was potentially a moderator on Xbox Live. That's the most Microsoft ties we have, right? Like, that's all? That's everything?
You don't believe that he thwarted terrorist attacks and new builds?
Well, no. That doesn't have to do with Microsoft. He obviously put out entire wildfires with his bare hands. We all know he did that. But like, really, he keeps up this Xbox shit, and the most that we have that's potentially verifiable is worked as a beta tester and an Xbox Live mod. That's about it, right?
That reminds me of that one time I was hanging out with my friend Jeff. You guys know him as Bezos. And we were talking and we were just like, this is all so silly, isn't it, Jeff? And he was like, yeah, Kaya, it is. My best friend Kaya. This is all just like the way people lie about knowing rich and famous people.
Oh, shit. Wait. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Kaya, can we pause the episode real quick? Hang on. I got to call. Hang on. Hello?
Oh, that's okay.
Elon.
Ah.
No, I'm just doing the podcast. Yes, that one. No. We're okay. No. You, me, and LeBron are still gonna go to that island. Yes. No, not that one. No, not the one with the guy. No, not the scary one in the news. The other one that people don't know about yet. Yeah. Okay. I got to do this podcast. I gotta go. Yeah. Fuck you. Sorry about that. That guy talks forever. Anyway.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So speaking of him wielding actual power, so somebody, T-Prophet69 on Reddit, if you have a better idea how to handle threads that go to shit and add no further value to the conversation by leaving them open, let me know. Somebody else says, very few people seem to understand how truly abysmal Reddit's moderating tools are. I always love these threads, don't you, Andrew? Whenever, like, the moderators argue among themselves how to, like, wield the petty power they have.
When anyone pretends Reddit has any merit of anything, and it's not just fucking bullshit message board posting. Like, that's my favorite.
When
they treat it before more than anything else, instead of just people just talking shit on the internet. I love it.
The mods and admins arguing with each other. You took away our moderation tools. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking losers. Anyway, Shane is here. I'm not one of them. I spent years moderating a community of over 30 million users, with even less than what's available here in Reddit. I can tell when it's someone that's putting the work in, or when they're just doing the bare minimum.
So potentially, he was a real Xbox Live admin or moderator. Which this guy fits the stereotype of that kind of person to a T. Straight down the middle.
Yes, I imagine his job was literally when you're on Xbox Live and you report a profile, he goes through the profile, or when somebody says, hey, whatever, I want to refund this game, but the button doesn't work, whatever the fuck, he handles it and then sends you a lazy reply.
Yeah, he was a ticket jockey. He was probably the dude who just sat waiting around for the actual, like, IT guys to be like, hey, this guy says that his email account keeps erroring out, go reset it. Like, I bet you that was his role, for sure.
He's not threatening people, Andrew.
Oh, no.
And a couple of pro tips from an industry alumni before I do. The word your in your profile is meant to be your. So he's correcting the grammar.
Yeah.
Second tip, find a new line of work, as you're now on a rather large tech industry do not hire list. And before you ask, yes, you're terrible at obfuscating your identity. I've already geolocated you. So nice bluff. The guy says, whoever he was arguing with about whatever the fuck, wow, nice threat. Go fuck yourself. Shane says, that wasn't a threat. It's an established fact. Have fun. Report it. I love how he throws in the little, like, Reddit modisms there too. Report it. Blocked. Report it for harassment.
Let's go a bit roundabout to the beginning of all this. This isn't even the main guy. This is an orbiter of his. It's not even the main dude getting involved in all the shit. Holy fuck.
No, Pat would take us, literally, we would have to have a weekly Pat segment, because his story never... Shane Nokes' Kiwi Farms thread is 350 pages, okay?
Uh-huh.
I made it to around, like, the 100-page mark gathering these. Patrick's thread is over 5,000 pages currently. He is one of the most prolific fucking lolcows on the internet and in the news currently, because, again,
that number doesn't even make sense. Jesus Christ.
Once again, 5,000 on the Kiwi Farms alone, and then the ONA forums, entire website website dedicated. Threads,
Wow.
24,000 threads, 639,000 messages dedicated to Patrick, and they have a subforum called Microsoft Criticism, which is dedicated to Shane Nokes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Dude, I have seen videos. I have seen videos of like surface level lolcows. I'll give you a very good example. Kai, are you familiar with Low Tier God? I think we've mentioned him on the show a bit.
Vaguely, I know.
So he's like a DSP. He's in the fighting game scene, but he streams, he plays video games, and his shtick isn't that he's bad at games like DSP is. His shtick is that he gets unreasonably angry, and he's actually funny. He's actually witty, has good insults, good comebacks, but he is very easy to get riled up and angry and get him to rage quit and smash controllers and ban people from the chat, that kind of shit. I saw recently, a couple weeks ago, that he went to court over a custody hearing for his daughter, and immediately stalkers of his posted the full courtroom recording to YouTube. The instant it was available. And it got hundreds of thousands of views of people, whatever. And I remember in that moment going, damn, some people really fucking hate this guy. That was like the tip of the iceberg for what you're showing me now with internet hatred. This is insane.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of internet hatred, but there is also just bemusement, because these guys, they don't hate Shane. You have to understand. But the level of following and like, I mean, you could call it stalking. I'm kind of like, I don't want to use that word too much, because nobody's actually like showing up to his house, or, you know, nobody's like nailing dead rats to his door or something like a jilted ex would. Like
right.
Like when I hear the word stalker, I'm thinking like, okay, your ex-boyfriend is actually trying to find you and murder you. Whereas on the internet, they're not really actively fucking with them. But yes, what people do with lolcows on the internet, there are so many websites and legal, unfortunately, the way America works is that the legal system is set up. It was basically set up in the era of the yellow pages, like phone books, where everybody's information was just public, right? So everybody's court documents are just out in the on the internet. Your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, divorce papers, to the point that people on these forums can literally just for like $2 a month, they can set up court document alerts for people. That's how, whenever Ethan Ralph gets divorced from his latest baby mama or whatever, gets in a custody dispute, people will know within seconds, not minutes, seconds, 47 seconds after those court documents land on some public portal, some public law portal of the actual state on a .gov website. People know about it because they can set up alerts. And people follow that shit. In Shane's case, it's just people making sub-forums for him on their personal website saying Shane Nokes, ? Shane Nokes. Squatters' rights for Microsoft criticism. We would never know if Shane died. Shane, we gave you a whole subforum to entertain us with your antics. And it's just these people following him, like do something, poking him with a stick.
Holy shit.
Anyway, yes, this is literally just one of his orbiters. Anyway, let's continue with him. Maybe one day we can also get to Patrick, but for now,
there's so much.
There is so much. I have people have asked me to do do a bit on Patrick, but there's so much. You cannot distill it into one thing.
Wow.
You would need a whole documentary series on this. He's like, it's not, those Christian documentaries that are like 80 parts. It's not that much, but easily 20 parts, I would say. There's just so much to this guy. Anyway, Shane continues.
Sorry, actually, you just put a question in my head before we continue. Is Christian the number one lolcow? Is there anyone bigger in your experience from this kind of stuff?
He's kind of fallen off lately. He hasn't done anything interesting, but he's definitely still the big with the most lore behind him to this day.
Yeah, like the most documented, the most things going on. Okay, yeah, I just didn't know if there was a big one.
I don't think any other lolcow. Some have come close, like Cyrax, I think some guys called. I don't know anything about that guy, but he also has a really long documentary series. But Christian is the prime one that is very normie, palatable. Everybody loves following him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought it would be fun to just bring a total nobody that no one has heard of except this one super niche forum who are in love with him.
Right.
He continues arguing with people on Reddit with his gamertag Mountain Dew. Norath Reaver. I love when complete fuckwits like you try to act smart and then try to have great comebacks and fail so fucking hard. LOL. 1. IQ isn't an actual measurement of intelligence. It's a measure of a specific skill set that rarely has any real bearing on actual intelligence. On average, though, when I take them for fun, I test out around 140-ish. So you're wrong. This is my favorite thing.
Excuse me, everyone. Did you happen to know that IQ is not an actual measurement of intelligence? Oh, fact 2! Did you know that my IQ is about 140?
Yeah, I love this. Whenever people like deny the science of just IQ measurement, which is one of the most like easily reproducible and most proven areas of sciences, they go, IQ isn't even real. It doesn't test anything. But also, I am really smart. Like I have an IQ of like 150. I'm not retarded. It's like, okay, well, if IQ is fake, shouldn't you be just as proud? Like, shouldn't you be fine with being called 70 IQ? Yeah. Why do you have to flex? IQ cannot be measured, but mine measures really, really high. Okay. Number 2, I also didn't say I attended college at 9. I said, what a fucking sentence. I said I tested at college level for comprehension when I was 9. There's a difference. I didn't waste my time on college as I was already recruited to work for the government out of high school and did that for a while before spending nearly 20 years with Microsoft on various teams. I never needed a degree for my success, as my knowledge and experience have been far more than adequate to the task. Although really, I don't mind you being speechless. I preferred over you attempting to speak and failing.
This guy is such a genius on the path to success that he's now begging for welfare handouts at 45 years old.
Always fascinates me whenever you see this with like the trope of the former child, the gifted child, right? Where like, sometimes these fucking mass shooters, Andrew, I don't know how many manifestos you read. Sometimes I read them on stream just out of interest. And there's always this,
Kaya, it's going to be shocking. It's going to be shocking to you. I don't read that many manifestos in my spare time. Yeah.
Well, they have a common trope of like, I'm such a tortured genius, blah, blah, blah. I was, everybody else is so stupid and society doesn't recognize my genius. And the question is always like, if you're that smart, why are you not successful? Why are you poor schmuck?
Right.
Why are you poor sexless loser then?
It's a common psychology thing you notice where criminals, like a lot of people are like, well, why would he do that? How did he get caught? Blah, blah. Most criminals are extremely fucking stupid because smart people, when they're desperate for money, they find better solutions than dumb bullshit like trying to rob a bank because they go, oh, that's a really stupid idea, Yeah,
stupid idea. And again, also like being rich. Being a millionaire obviously doesn't mean you're necessarily smart. I was just reading about how Floyd Mayweather is apparently broke now. I don't know if you heard about that, but apparently he's literally being dragged to court because his checks are bouncing. That's how broke he is. He's apparently doing like random commercials for random Swedish TV channels.
Money does not correlate to anything other than what generates you money. There are plenty of celebrities who are absolute dumb as brick morons, but they make millions of dollars a year because let's say they have a talent or a charisma, or they are part of something, or they are part of a handout from their parents, they're athletic, thousands of other examples. And then the reverse is true. You have plenty of super smart people working in industries, building businesses, hiring companies, all that shit, who lose all their shit because they make a mistake, or they don't handle their money carefully, or they think it's going to last forever, et cetera, et cetera. Money does not correlate directly to any one thing except the thing that's making you money. That's it.
Yeah. Not every time. Sometimes it is more luck than skill. All of that is true. Nonetheless, my point is, okay, well, if you're that much smarter than all the rest of us, then why are you such a hapless loser who has to beg for PayPal donations on Facebook? Like, at some point, intelligence does correlate with your ability to get what you want out of life. And if you're completely unable to do so, well, maybe you need to be a little more humble, right? So, the O&A trolls are kind of trolling on him now on Twitter. He decides, you know what? This is the right time for me to bluff about hacking them. Because, of course. Hey, at Twitter Safety, just to bookmark this and help with the case, one of the idiots posted their forums to me. And he links to the O&A forums, which at the time used a different URL. This is all related to the Patrick Tomlinson case. Once they decided to include me in their harassment alongside Patrick Tomlinson, they fucked up. And
Wow.
the people on the ONA forum, of course, they're just having fun saying, we're all getting at least 35 years in prison, you guys, according to this fat idiot who plays Xbox all day and chugs Mountain Dew. So Shane puts his money where his mouth is, which means, $0 where his mouth is. I'm already in the admin panel of the ONA forums and backing up as evidence. BB isn't a very secure platform. So he mentions BB, which is the BB forum software. Andrew, you might be old enough to recognize this, like MyBB. This is old school forum software. Old school, all of the old forums would run on this. Like this sort of
okay. I didn't know that was open source. That makes a lot of sense. Okay. I do remember seeing that. Yeah.
A lot of older like hobby forums and regular like game forums would run on BB.
Like bodybuilder forums and shit. Like, little niche places. Yeah.
So, and then he continues basically vague posting onto his own account. They're so naive that they think that I made my tweets before I'd finished the download of the files from the server. I copied the files from the servers en masse, then started digging into the control panel, then started posting while making a backup.
What do you mean? I already did my plan 45 minutes ago.
Yeah. 40 chess. ONA Forums BB code database backup completed and uploading to law enforcement. These idiots left a treasure trove of data in the open. So he's tweeting about how he hacked the BB code of the forums and this and that, which, Andrew, turns out this confused the admin of the forum because they're not running on BB forums. So the admin at the time says, I'm certainly confused. You got me, dude. I have no clue what you're doing, so count me as owned. Zenforo, which is the actual software they use, Zenforo was created by two vBulletin head devs. VB and Zenforo are not open source, so they wouldn't have been forked. Unless that means something else. I only know that as a reference to open source repos. To my knowledge, unlike Ahem VB, I don't know of any zero-day exploits for Zenforo. It's widely regarded as one of, if not the most secure forum platforms. I give up, dude. I'm lost. You win? So they're confused because the forum software does not, in fact, run on what Shane has been saying that he's hacking. Okay, then here he is on his Facebook. I forget what this is about. Let's see. Just a heads up. After a short break from doxing and swatting attempts, it seems I've got a dedicated group of racist, fascist-worshipping chuds, used unironically, chuds, on a dedicated forum trying to start it up again. They honestly think this is my first rodeo with this and think that I made my Facebook private when I just shifted some posts around to see if they'd notice, and they did. So for friends and family, this is a public honeypot post for them again. You know I do this every so often, and I thank you for your patience. Remember, as always, when this happens, any new friend requests from me aren't actually me. Report, and if you want to document so we can help put down this nest of vipers. Also, don't like or comment on this post. They don't need data to mine. Always a good idea, by the way, to, again, drawing attention to yourself. Hey, dear, hey, aunt, uncle, don't reply under this post. Nobody look at my friends list.
Attention, everyone. My plan to get rid of them is to not give them anything. Hang on. Let me get out my my megaphone here. Let me just Attention, everyone on Facebook. My plan to remove the trolls is to publicly announce I am no longer responding to them. Please do not respond to this announcement. I repeat, everyone I know on Facebook, do not respond. It's a good plan. It'll work. It'll get everything done, you know?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Louder for the people in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
yeah.
So somebody, here's what you have to understand, Andrew.
Right.
The ONA trolls are, to me personally, they're genuinely kind of scary. These people are dedicated, okay? It's been now like decades, I think. I don't know how long it has been since the ONA show itself has ended. And these people have turned on OP, on Anthony. They have periodically over the years found numerous people to obsess over and troll. And here's the thing. You do not start a fight with them. You just ignore them. You just throw up a mea culpa. You say the reason, by the way, Andrew.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to get into the big lore of Patrick Tomlinson, but the reason they decided to start clowning on Patrick Tomlinson for the last 8 years and make his life hell is because Patrick, once upon a time, tweeted on September 11th, I think, 2017. They call it Norm 11 because he tweeted that he never found the comedian Norm Macdonald funny. That's it. That is it. It is his Norm 11 ever since they latched onto him. So it doesn't take much. Once they decide to egg on you, the only thing you can do is just say, all right, fine, guys, you got me, and move on. If you don't, ooh, you are fucked. So here's a troll who got in contact with Shane. One of the forum users got in contact with them. His name is, on the forum, he went by Stifler's mom. Got in contact with Shane Nokes' profile bio, by the way. I'm just now reading this. Retired/disabled Microsoft Xbox guy with cluster headaches and neuromuscular issues. He, him, they, them. I'm honest and kind, but not always nice. Cash App. Xbox Mountain Dew. He says, so the troll says, hi Shane, I am one of the admins with special access at ONA forums. I'm an old school radio guy and like the show, but did a 180 when they started going after Patrick. It's disgusting. I'm willing to help you with whatever you need. Just let me know. And Shane doesn't initially believe him because, it's obviously, this guy is just setting me up to get fucked with, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. But they whittle him down until he finally starts actually kind of opening up to them, which is, again, reveals just what a fucking dumbass you are. I don't believe you that you're a 9-year-old prodigy child genius and had the reading comprehension of a college kid at 9, when now, as a grown man, somebody can troll you by just texting you, hey dude, I'm totally on your side, by the way. Want to tell me anything embarrassing about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
No, I genuinely have my own resources, unlike your crew, he says. So the funny part comes up when they get into a longer discussion. Shane says, I mean, come on. My partner and I jokingly have dirty nicknames for each other, chosen from some of the shit people have said to each other about us. Troll says, and okay, glad to know you're doing well. Genuinely, Shane says, on her phone, her nickname for me is Daddy Cum Cannon because that's just fucking hilarious. So, Daddy Cum Cannon.
I wonder where this is going.
It is going nowhere. It is literally just bragging to a random troll that his wife calls him Daddy Cum Cannon, and that is it.
I thought that on the forum they would start referring to him as Daddy Cum Cannon from now on. Oh,
they do. Yes, Daddy Cum Cannon. He continues, oh, absolutely. If they try to go after me like that, it's even better. That would be about the dumbest move they could make. I'm Microsoft alumni in good standing. Their pockets aren't deep enough for those lawyers. The advantage of paying my alumni dues. I could just sit at home while they lose that case and the legal team rips them open. So, actual Microsoft alumni have chimed in on this on the forums, various forums, and said, being a Microsoft alumni is basically, apparently you pay like a fee and you get discounts on software, Andrew. It doesn't mean that you're this badass retired assassin for Microsoft where they just have your back forever and ever. Like the high table from John Wick again. That's not how it works.
Jesus.
So, another lie. Now we get to my favorite part. Andrew, have I even shown you a photo of him yet?
I've been looking at his profile picture, but no, I don't think you've shown me a photo of him.
Oh, geez. Well, here he is with his beautiful wife at a pumpkin patch. He is mildly overweight, you could say. Mildly.
Hang on. Now, let's hold.
Yes.
The dude, the guy, go back to the previous picture.
Yes.
The guy is talking like a Reddit admin or Reddit moderator with all these hangups of Xbox Live, whatever. And he chooses in public to wear a Hot Topic-esque Marvel Cinematic Universe t-shirt.
Yes, which says expressions of Groot, and it has various baby Groot.
Yes.
And the raccoon thing.
So his whole thing on the internet is, I'm better than you, I'm smarter than you, I'm more successful than you, more talented than you. Correct. But his image in person is, I love Marvel slop.
Well, keep in mind his physique, and also, I do not feel bad for showing in images of his wife for one reason before anybody calls me out that this is mean. At some point, she joins the forums to start shit talk with the trolls. She involves herself, which is the dumbest fucking thing you could ever conceivably do. Like, your husband's being on the internet and replying to these people is bad enough. Him feeding the trolls is bad enough. Her joining the hive itself on these forums to argue with them and do, like, she actually joins to do a smug, like, hey, you guys are all virgin losers. Dumbest thing you could do, but okay, well, you involve yourself. Now, keep in mind this physique, Andrew. Now let's look at some of his claims, shall we? I weigh 220 pounds at 6 feet with a BMI of 24.2.
No.
Overweight starts at 25. Oh, did you just say no?
I just went no in a very disapproving voice because he does not.
No, that is not 220.
He does not. No, I will go ahead and dox my own physical stats because I don't care. I am 6'4" and on average probably weigh about 210, 215, depending on the week that I'm having. There is no way on God's green earth that this guy is 6 feet tall and 220 is what he said. No. 0% chance. No. Not at all.
Overweight starts at 25. Obese starts at 29. Your idiocy is comedy gold. Okay, sometimes you fudge a little, you lie, fine, whatever. Again, remember, as Turks will teach you, if you're gonna lie, at least make it a little believable. Shane doesn't believe in that. I'm 6 feet, weigh 217 pounds, so he's lost some weight, by the way. 217 pounds with a BMI of 23%. I don't think BMI works in percentages. I leg press over 800 pounds. Shut the fuck up.
You bench press, leg press.
Yeah.
4 times your body weight.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Look at that Arnold Schwarzenegger physique.
Oh, yeah. No one in your real life gives a fuck about you, and this is the only way you can get attention. Guess what? Knowing that tastes good. Now toddle off to play a game of hide and go fuck yourself.
God.
That's an online calculator that goes off a standard baseline. My BMI is 24%. Again, is BMI percentage? I don't think that's how it works, is it?
I think it's a ratio, like it's a number. By the way, yes. Just doing some very quick Googling. The average for a regular lifter, an experienced gym goer, for a male leg press, 1 rep max. So maximum one time, heaviest you can do, not a full set of stuff, is about 450 to 500 pounds. So this guy is saying he does 300 more pounds on top of that.
Of course.
Okay, buddy. Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah, of course. Absolutely. Sure.
Continues. Again, multiple tweets like this, multiple random people that he has to argue with and tell this. That's adorable. I'm 6 feet, weigh 220 pounds, and can still leg press just over 800 pounds. And that's with neuromuscular issues.
Of course.
I would recommend having a thought worth expressing, but for you, that's an impossible task. Continued. Yep. Again, different troll. I don't weigh much either. Just over 200 pounds at 6 feet. I like how he's getting lighter and lighter, by the way. It started at 220, now he's at 217.
In about a year, he'll be like, I'm 6 feet and weigh negative 40 pounds. I bounce on the Earth's atmosphere. I float in the sky with hydrogen atoms.
He literally is that meme, the cartoon meme of the little twerpy kid telling the other kid, like, I'm 6 foot tall and I'll kick your ass in real life if you say that to my face.
Jesus.
Just over 200 pounds at 6 feet. I'm crouching in this photo because my partner is much shorter. People have, of course, been like clowning on him by showing him photos of him and his wife together. My partner is also down 100 pounds from this photo. And medication caused a blood clot that caused her a heart attack at 31 and messed up her lungs for almost 2 years. Oh, TMI! Why are you telling people this shit, right?
Why do I have a feeling he plays Magic the Gathering? Just sounds like the type.
Oh, was it the Mountain Dew in his handle?
Just something, man. There's just this stereotype of dudes. It's always dudes who like are overweight, out of shape, and like obsessed with power and seeming cooler than they are and putting people down. And then they always have the same hobbies, like League of Legends, Magic the Gathering, Warhammer. It's like always those kind of dudes that you see at like the hobby shops, you know?
Correct,
they don't shower regularly. You know exactly what kind of guy I'm talking about. They wear Marvel t-shirts. That
Yes.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Expressions of Groot. Let's see. Is lying an expression of Groot? He continues. I have so many fucking TMI overshare. This is a whole segment. Probably gonna be the last for today, but we're gonna keep going until we're done. I'm gonna make you guys smoke all of this oversharing. I have neuromuscular issues from frontal lobe trauma. It's similar to ALS, but slower moving. I'm still 6 feet, 220 pounds with a BMI of 24 and can leg press close to 800 pounds. By the way, it was over 800 pounds. Now we're close to 800 pounds. That's also not an original insult attempt. Fuck, you're a dumb dickhead. Next goal, you'll go for a partner insult.
So there's two things about the leg press that I find really funny. Number one, he never brings up any other lifting stats. Not a bench, not a shoulder press, not a deadlift, not an anything, not a mile that you can run in a certain time. It's only this one stat. So that's the first comedic part. The second part, which I think is why he's doing this, I bet you he did a non-rep of it. He probably put 800 pounds on a leg press, sat down, held it with his legs, and then let go and put it back in the rack and was like, oh, I just leg pressed 800 pounds instead of just, actually moving the weight like you're supposed to. I would bet he did that once and now tries to claim for the rest of his life he leg pressed 800 pounds. I've seen people do that at the gym. Bullshit
you
lifting.
are giving him way too much credit, way more credit than I would. By the way, so since chat said, Smoke Elijah in chat said, I'm not above partner insults, his wife is fat. Technically true, a little mean, but Andrew, do you remember Ethan Ralph?
Yeah.
Ethan Ralph, he has something called what his trolls lovingly refer to as a gunt, which is a gut cunt, because it is bifurcated. It kind of like looks like a vagina, like he has a camel toe on his gut, basically, that hangs. Anyway, people did the gunt comparison, and Shane's wife wins marginally.
That's so
Ralph
mean.
says,
Oh my God.
It is pretty mean, but Ralph sets the gunt standard, and she's approximately 2.45 metric guns. So there's that for the chat. I'm not saying this. Some people are saying it.
That's super mean. Yeah.
I know.
Jesus.
People are
Super
fucking
mean.
Turns out, Andrew, if you go on the internet and overshare, people will use it against you.
Yeah, I mean, he's... I don't want to say he's asking for it, because, again, that's pretty mean-spirited. But I will say this dude is giving them far too much.
Look, the thing is, we didn't go over too many of those tweets where he's taunting the ONA forums, but he does, in fact, quite literally ask for it. He does, in fact, do the whole bring it on routine, which is always the dumbest. Again, we cannot... Make this the one takeaway from like the recent years of whenever we talk about Jordan Peterson like getting into it with his trolls on Twitter and whatnot, like the dumbest thing you can do is taunt people. The dumbest thing you can do is dare people into fucking with you. And, oh, I dare you, come dox me, where do I live, tell me. Dumb. Because look, man, like there are more of them and they're more dedicated to this. Eventually they will find you if you dare them to, if you goad them into it. It's fucking stupid and they will be cruel about it. So Shane Nokes, again, keep in mind this person says, actually, I'm not fat, but with the squint you have there, getting dressed must be like looking in a funhouse mirror every day. I've averaged between 180 and 220 pounds in my adult life. So 180 now. We're losing more and more weight, Andrew. More and more weight is melting off of his frame here. I used to bike 10 to 20 miles a day and also was certified as a lifeguard for some time. And I took a note here that this is the exact same lie that Patrick tells. I don't know if they gave each other notes. Patrick likes to lie and say that he used to run 10 miles a day. And there's a whole arc of him entering a quarter marathon. And he was called out by a completely unrelated, non-troll civilian forum of runners who mathematically proved that he cheated at the quarter marathon and took a shortcut.
A quarter marathon is what, about 7.5 miles, give or take?
I have no clue how long it is, but he cheated and he came in, I think, second to last, despite cheating.
Despite cheating?
And he also was a
Dude.
certified lifeguard, and he has stories about how he saved the girl's life or some shit. The problem is that when your spine starts to disintegrate due to non-curable condition and you break several ribs in an accident, you tend to gain weight while recovering. If you ever want to actually have an adult conversation, let me know, though. Otherwise, I'll just keep hurling the insults your way for my own personal enjoyment.
Oh my God.
Very cool.
So I looked it up. A quarter marathon is about 6.5 miles, give or take, a little bit of some changeover. If you are an experienced runner, that's not even that hard. Like, that's something. But if you're an experienced runner, like he says he is, you can do a quarter marathon. You could do it easily.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, again, they always lie about this. It is the weirdest lie. Like me, I don't know about you, Andrew. I don't like bullshitting about my physical prowess. Okay, I can do a couple of push-ups. I can do like a pull-up or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not a marathon runner. I don't bike 20 miles a day. I would probably be just disintegrating on the ground. Like, why are you lying? Who gives a fuck? Your name is Xbox Mountain Dew.
You could apply that to everything of this, man. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like, who cares about any of this? There's this thing that happens to people's brains on the internet where they assume that strangers care about them. Dude, let's pretend. Let us pretend in magical Christmas fantasy world, everything this guy says is true. Let's just huge leap of logic. Okay, you leg press 800 pounds. You were higher up at Microsoft. You this, you that. And who cares? Why do we care? None of this matters. And then on top of all that, you take that it's all lies, and that just makes all this a shit show. You know, none of this is important.
Yeah, no, again, a winner doesn't spend his time on Reddit arguing with people. Okay, a winner doesn't spend his time having a back and forth. Like, every once in a while, of course, you have to engage with your audience and even your haters. You have to fire off a fucking tweet or whatever, dunking on people, because that's engagement and gives you views and riles up your audience. Sure. But when you have this, like, low-level back and forth with total fucking nobodies endlessly all day, every day, so people found old blog posts of him. I'm gonna skip one of these here. He talks about how he only plays video games 3 hours a day, and even then it's only Kinect fitness titles to help get me back into shape. He says, so here's a story here.
One I find really funny. He's trying to brag about how busy and successful he is. He only games 2 to 3 hours a day. Buddy, if you're busy and living a successful life, that number should be 0. Like, you shouldn't be gaming if you're out there in the world living an incredible life. That wouldn't be part of it. Fuck.
Yeah, and that, like, Kinect fitness titles. Okay, good for you. Like, 3 hours, really? Like, you play Kinect boxing for 3 hours and lose weight.
God, and because of his Microsoft ties, he's probably a Microsoft fanboy. Like, fuck, dude, buy a Switch. Like, move on with your life.
Of course. Well, he has that signed copy of Halo, so.
True.
So one day, he decides to write this story in the comment section of a blog. Then there was the time that a bus driver decided that a bike trail, super short one, connecting 2 streets that were right next to each other but are each one-way streets with a viaduct running over the top of them, would make an excellent place to take the bus to try to make up some time. So he turned onto it while I was riding on it and nearly killed me. So this is sort of a run-on sentence here, but he's saying that a bus driver basically cut it right into him and he smashed into it. I followed his bus all the way back to the next station and slugged the son of a bitch right in the jaw and had him fired that same day.
And that bus driver's name was Albert Einstein.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? You cocksure twit, Andrew, he says. And before you claim bullshit, which you will because you're a cocksure twit, that's the one lucky shot he got in before I shut him down hard. And there he is with a lip injury that I can't tell if that's like stapled or what, but
could be from anything. Could genuinely just be from absolutely anything.
You know, he could have slipped on a puddle of Mountain Dew on his fucking in front of his fridge. Who knows? Possible. All right, and so now he's been doing a lot of oversharing, shall we say, right?
A smidge, a scooch, a small dash of it. Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, it couldn't possibly get worse, right?
Oh, God damn it, man.
I mean, you've been getting harassed. You have an entire forum sharing photos of your overweight, morbidly obese wife.
You are delusionally trying to win over these people and out shine them when after all these years it has not worked. None of this has worked. And you're still going.
Maybe you would, like, you and your, there's two of you, you and your spouse, maybe you would sit down and decide, okay, maybe you've been oversharing it, like telling them too much about they know where we live, they know our full name, they've looked up our like previous divorce documents, and they're making fun of all of my health issues. Like, maybe I need to really, nope. Content warning, child abuse, rape. They're like, he's doxing himself. No. My life story is public knowledge. Always has been. My rapist was a woman. A babysitter that watched a group of us kids. She took my seizure medications and dosed us, and then raped us with a butter knife.
Shane? Why?
Why?
Why are you telling people that? Like,
why?
Okay, all right.
Why would you make this public?
Even if your logic is that, okay, everyone knows you're being doxxed, why are you grandstanding on it? I don't get that. If you have a troll group or people that don't like you and they're pulling out info about you like that, and they're going, hey, look what he did, why are you then grabbing it out of their hands and going, look what I did, everyone knows, everyone come look, instead of just ignoring it and letting it peter out?
You think that part of my life is funny? Yeah, well, guess what, buddy? Followed by, here's, again, the pamphlet of a list of things to make fun of me for. So how did the internet take this, Andrew? Did they finally simmer down and respect him? Or, oh, never mind. So anyway, here he is, getting replied to by Patrick as Penison with an image of a butter knife.
Wow.
And then there is, of course, Detective Butterknife. Attractive Aryan blonde lady. I am a pretty woman and a police officer specializing in cyber crimes. Detective Butterknife to the rescue. Did someone call the Cyber Police Special Investigation Units with a report of a possible suspected cybercrime cyber report? I've been sent from the cyber head office of the Cyber Police by the Chief of Cyber Police. I'm here to rain peace and cyber justice on these baddies. Thank you. I salute you, Detective Butterknife.
Detective Butterknife is such a funny fucking name.
And then a meme, you call that a knife? This is a knife. I don't know what movie this is from, but he's holding a gigantic butter knife. And then here's a nice one. So this is sort of a, I don't know what this sort of art is called, but if you zoom in, Andrew, you'll notice something about this image.
Yeah, it's a mosaic. I think it's what it's called.
Yep. Butter knife, butter knife, butter knife, butter knife, butter knife.
Wow.
They may have also tampered with the Groot shirts, but I don't know if that's really coming across.
Yeah.
He begins his threats, Andrew. He did not take this very kindly. He did not like this, turns out. So he overshares the inner walls of his asshole to the entire planet. He tells everyone about it, and then he gets mad. No. So now he drops everything. He's now legitimately mad. With that groomer comment, you are done. I was raped as a child, and when someone goes there with that shit, you just fucked up your life. You're over. You called me a groomer. As someone that was raped as a child, that's an insult I didn't take lightly. They just fucked their entire life over with that insult, because once engaged, I don't stop until I find what needs to end someone's entire world. They're over. No, they weren't. Anyone that was raped as a child knows how serious it is to toss around words like groom. By the way, he's getting called a groomer because they know it gets under his skin. Not because there's anything actually to it. They're literally just
he's falling for the easiest shit, you know?
Here's what makes me angry. Here's what really gets under my skin. Okay, I'm gonna call you that.
Yeah.
Like the ratio of effort to reward is so low. Like so low effort and such a high payoff.
I want you to imagine you're watching the newest Superman movie. You know, they make a new Superman movie, and there's a scene where Superman goes, listen to me, Lex Luthor. I know I told the entire city I'm weak to kryptonite, but you're not allowed to use kryptonite. That's not fair. I know I told everyone it was my weakness, but why are you using kryptonite? How could you do this? That's basically what's happening here. Why are you giving them ammo? Why?
So these are, as I said, I was going to show you the source of those quotes in that original photo. Welcome to the beginning of your nightmare. It's fascinating watching you respond to yourself on all of these alt accounts. Definitely a wacko that needs to be removed from society. Hypocrisy much? Coming from Shane Nokes, Mr. Reddit's, I retired at the age of before 40, yada yada. Hey, this guy is a retired Microsoft employee. Maybe he's smart. Coming from that guy, calling people out for using sock puppet accounts. I'll make sure you spent years behind bars and get the full prison experience. You really did fuck with the wrong person this time.
What is with this fucking explosion of people using social media as therapy, man? Like, this guy needs a genuine therapist. Dopamine. And not to just be... Yeah, he needs to talk to a mental health professional and not be blasting this shit to the entire world.
There are fun ways to daydream and get like the sort of like dopamine daydream you have where like you'll just be idle, whatever, waiting for the microwave to finish making your fucking coffee or whatever, and you're like, oh yeah, man, imagining yourself as John Wick or some shit, right? Or imagining yourself in Mad Max Fury Road. It's like just a fun daydream, like, oh yeah, man, what if? And you get that smidge of dopamine, like, yeah, I would be so cool. Guys like these, they just go on Twitter and they say, yeah, bench press or whatever, leg press 800 pounds. And that gives them that smidge of, this totally happens.
Right.
And they get that.
And what they don't understand is no one believes their daydream. No one sees it from that perspective. No one encourages it. No one's going to ever go along with it. It's for you and you alone, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, I don't tell people about my fantasies about like, hey, daydreaming about how cool it would be if I could do like 50 pull-ups in a row. Okay, well, nice daydream. Now I have to go back actually into the living room, finish my workout where I, knock out like a very mediocre set of push-ups or whatever as my humble human self without bragging to anyone about anything. Let's see what he talks about fucking swatting or whatever.
Yeesh, man.
Okay, this is my favorite one here. Lying to me doesn't affect anything. Pleading won't stop anything. Begging won't stop anything. Even stopping now won't stop anything. This isn't a bargaining session. This isn't a negotiation. You really fucked yourself this time.
I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. He's the rap parts of Linkin Park. It's amazing. He nailed it perfectly. God damn, dude. Or no, he's like Five Finger Death Punch, where you play some metal riffs and the guy's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. You wanna take it outside, tough guy? Like that kind of like military cop heavy metal shit,
I forgot one bit. I apologize. I was about to end it on that one tweet, but I forgot, and this is kind of still funny. So I want to the last two or three screenshots here. He gave a dentist business a 1-star review. Why? On chamberofcommerce.com. The staff during the initial visit were friendly and listened to me, blah, blah, blah. The appointment went great, and I thought they were awesome. That was not the case this time. The initial staff at the desk and taking my x-rays were friendly again. When it came to check my blood pressure this time, it was as usual, just slightly over the mark for what they accept.
As usual. And yet you can bench 800 pounds and you hit the gym. You have usually high blood pressure.
Right.
Totally believe you.
It kind of matters if you have ever been at the dentist for any sort of work, even just getting a cavity filled. They have to take your blood pressure. Why? Because sometimes they have to give you a numbing medication or whatever, like anesthetics, especially if they're doing like a root canal or whatever. And they need to know, okay, we're not gonna like give you low blood pressure and have you die here, right? Like we're working with blood here. We're gonna have to siphon out blood from your tooth as it's bleeding and stuff. It's kind of important, right? That you're not hypertensive and shit. This time, however, the hygienist, whom I hadn't met on prior visits, decided to be aggressive in their handling with me over it. They kept trying to bring up that I needed to see doctors and get on medications to treat it, and would not listen to anything I had to say regarding to the situation. They retested me after a bit, and I was within range, and even then she didn't stop making comments about needing to see doctors for my heart and weight. I finally had to walk out after telling them that their behavior was completely inappropriate and unprofessional. I would honestly rather have all the teeth rot out of my head than be treated the way I was today. So Andrew, people looked up the business that he was once starring. Okay.
Mhm.
It is a charity dentist working out of a homeless shelter.
Oh, what a dickhead.
Out of a homeless shelter.
Oh,
It
what
is
a dickhead.
sharing the love of Jesus Christ, restoring and transforming lives. It is a dentist who literally does it for free for the homeless. That's where he went. This Giga Chad Uber hack sore who worked for Microsoft. I was almost going to say McDonald's. Who worked for Microsoft and gives them a fucking 1 star because they said, you might want to get your heart checked.
Wow.
He is such a dick. And that wraps it up for this week of my Shane Nokes Corner, fellas. Again, maybe a third of the way through his thread. What do you think?
Well, that does it for this episode of the official podcast.
I'm sorry, did I hog?
No,
no.
How do you top that? Jesus Christ, that's what a human being. What a, the whole story you were telling me, I was like, this guy's got Reddit moderator syndrome. He's got Xbox on live bullshit personality disorder. But then at the very end there, you threw in that dentist thing where he's shitting on people doing it for a charity. And then I'm like, oh, this guy just really, really sucks. Like, he's beyond just, being an annoying blowhard who's talking shit out of his ass. If he's putting down people who are just doing things for free for a charity service, like, this guy sucks. He needs therapy, man.
He's a dick.
He needs extensive therapy to just talk this shit out and have someone say, hey, man, that's cool and all. Stop telling people this. Stop saying these made-up stories to people you've never met. It's not a good idea.
He needs a job. He needs a job.
Yeah.
He needs to get out of Patrick's comment sections.
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy seeing you cry when they sentence you. There's also this weird fantasy both of these guys have with seeing people behind prison, just like Patrick saying enjoy prison over and over. Anyway, so I hope everybody in the comments, let us know if you would like me to continue the Shane Nokes saga, because there is more. Just to tease you, for instance, we have photos of the inside of his fridge in which he shares that he consumes nothing but Mountain Dew. Not a joke. His fridge is full with just Mountain Dew and rotten pieces of salami.
800-pound bench press. Leg press. I keep saying bench.
800-pound bench press. There's a whole saga of him bragging about building his own PC just for people to find out that he pre-purchased a pre-built one, rather. And there is videos. This happened pretty recently, actually. Videos of him getting into scuffles with people during ICE detention center protests, which he attended and got into fistfights with people there. As people yelled at him with megaphones. So very, very goofy real-life sightings have been... Anyway, so let us know in the comment. Do we have anything else? Did you want to talk about anything else? What should we do?
I mean, that's an hour and 40 minutes of a main episode. I definitely think that's good enough for me. I don't know if we should.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then this week considered a bonus and main combined. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Get a turbo episode. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to tell Jackson to watch this one, so he's caught up on Shane Nokes.
Holy shit.
Congratulations to Jackson. Speaking of Jackson, him and I are doing Criminally Stupid still. He has a couple of other shows, all of which you can find on official.men, where you can go for bonus episodes of the official podcast, Criminally Stupid, Smutrot, Red Thread, and just, hundreds of hours of bonus content. Andrew,
what are
also
we
known as...
Yeah. Sorry, no, I didn't want to interrupt. I was going to confide on what you were saying, but go ahead, please.
I was just going to say, Andrew is, of course, Hugbees on YouTube. You can find him there for his content. I'm Kaya. You know me by now, probably. I stream sometimes. Find me there, Kaya Orsan on Twitch for now, until I get banned for showing manifestos. YouTube, Twitter, whatever. We're everywhere. Find us, please.
Yeah, I wanted to iterate on that, on what you were saying. What bonus episode number are we up to for bonus?
No idea.
What, hundreds of something? Literal hundreds of bonus episodes, right?
Yeah.
I want to reiterate, we don't change the price of subscribing. You sub to that, you get all the backlog bonus episodes alongside whatever new ones we make. Hundreds of episodes for the same price. We are not keeping up with inflation. We are doing a very bad job.
We are not. hundreds of hours of entertainment for like, what, $5 a month? I mean, that is like pennies per episode. You're robbing us. Frankly,
Honestly.
that's like slave wages.
Honestly, yeah.
All right, official.man. Check us out. Hugbees.
Yes.
On YouTube. Kaior-san. Jackson is the Zealot on PC on Reddit.
He made the Ghost of Halo video very famous.
Yeah. And Shane Nokes is, of course, Xbox Mountain Dew. So check him out if you want. I don't know.
We don't encourage doxing or any of that.
No,
this is entertainment.
No.
We do not encourage any of that. We will disown you if you go and participate. That's a very important note.
I don't think anyone in our audience would do that, so I don't even think we have to disclaim anything. If you would like to read about him, however, it is an interesting story. So, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week, hopefully with a full cast when Jackson is back from his honeymoon and wedding, and everybody better wish him a happy marriage. Congratulate him wherever you can find him in the comments section. And we'll see you guys next week where we'll probably talk about the Steam Cube and whatever, various other stuff. So, all right, thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.